Hi, my name is Nicole Volden, and I am the Geoscience Collections Manager at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. My job at the museum is to keep track and take care of all the geology and paleontology specimens in the museum. I'm here today to talk about sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from pre-existing rocks, or pieces of once living organisms. They are deposited and accumulate on the Earth's surface. They're the most common rocks exposed at the Earth's surface, even though they only make up a small fraction of the Earth's crust. Sedimentary rocks can be found almost anywhere. There are several different types of sedimentary rocks. One is clastic, which means that the rocks are made of pieces of other rocks, compacted and cemented together. By cement, I don't mean the human-made slurry that is used to form driveways and sidewalks, although they do have some similarities. Sedimentary rocks are cemented when water runs through the rock grains and leaves behind minerals that crystallize and hold the rock together. These waterborne cement minerals can include calcite or quartz. Clastic rocks are named based on the size of the rock grains inside them. The rocks with the biggest grains are called conglomerates. Conglomerates are made of pebble or gravel, or even larger sized rock pieces. Conglomerates are usually formed in very fast-moving water, such as at the center of a stream bed. Sandstone is a sedimentary rock that many of you may recognize. They are composed of grains of sand, and if you look at those grains under a magnifying lens or microscope, the size and shape and type of sand grains can tell you how the rock was formed. The clastic rocks made of the smallest grains are called mudstones. They're formed from grains that are smaller than you can make out with a naked eye. Different types of mudstone are called siltstone, claystone, and shale. Sedimentary rocks don't have to be made from pieces of other rock. They can also be made from the remains of plants, animals, or microorganisms. One example is coal, which is made of the remains of plants that died and accumulated in wetlands, such as swamps. Another example is chert. Chert is a glass-like rock formed from a substance called siliceous ooze that accumulates on seafloors. Siliceous ooze is actually the glass-like silica shells of many, many microscopic plankton. The broken edges of chert can be very sharp, so this rock was often used to make stone tools. Limestone is the best known and most common biologic sedimentary rock. It is often composed of broken calcium carbonate shells and skeletons of microorganisms and invertebrate animals, such as corals or mollusks. These shell fragments accumulate in or on the edges of bodies of water, and over time get cemented together and form limestone. The piece of limestone in this photo is composed of crinoid skeletons. Crinoids are an animal that were very common on sea floors around 300 to 450 million years ago. They're still alive, but rare today. Sedimentary rocks can also be classified as chemical, which means that they are formed from minerals that were dissolved in water, but became so concentrated that the minerals came out of the liquid and solidified. This process is called chemical precipitation. Limestone can be formed chemically from calcium carbonate in water. One example is called oolitic limestone. Ooids are sand-sized grains of calcium carbonate that are built up in layers, usually in warm, shallow, intertidal water. Another type of chemical sedimentary rock is called an evaporite. Evaporites form when water evaporates and leaves behind minerals such as gypsum or salt. This photograph of gypsum crystals is from Lake Lucero in White Sands National Monument. Lake Lucero is very shallow, and because it's in a desert environment, the water often evaporates. There are sedimentary rocks to be found all over New Mexico. For example, underneath the Rio Grande Valley, there are many layers of sedimentary rock. The oldest and deepest layer is about 300 million years old. The Sandia Mountains overlooking Albuquerque are mostly not sedimentary rock. They are actually an igneous rock called granite. However, if you look at the very top of the Sandias, you can see a thin layer of limestone. This 300 million year old limestone is the same layer that I mentioned before that lies deep under the Rio Grande Valley. The limestone at the top of the Sandias has been pushed up over the last 10 million years as the Sandias formed from continental rifting. Thank you for watching today, and if you have any questions or rocks to identify, send us an email and we'll get back to you.